why don't you drink? Dude, why don't you just take a hit of this weed, bro? Why don't you just take a hit of the doobie, bro? Why don't you just take a... Have you ever tasted alcohol? Do you know what it tastes like? Bro, nothing is more annoying than people who drink, who get obsessed. They get the biggest hard-ons in the world for you when you tell them that you don't drink. And they have to give you like the 20 questions, they have to sit you down, they have to ask you all these questions, and they just can't possibly fathom that someone doesn't like putting poison into their body. Like, it's just so mind-blowing. And no, I'm kind of being facetious there, but like more or less, yeah, like what you're doing is you're literally fucking up your brain. You're putting shit that should not be in your brain and damaging it, and that's why it doesn't work right. And then people are like, you don't like doing that? Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, alcohol is literally a drug. And then, it's the only drug that you say, like, oh, I'm not going to do that. And people are like, dude, you don't do this drug? What's wrong with you, bro? Long story short, I've been asked that question a million times in my life. And people always say afterward, they say, like, oh, are you straight edge? You must be straight edge. And for the normies, for the general public, yes, I'm straight edge. Because to the normies and the general public, straight edge, I think, just means like you don't consume drugs, or like whatever, drugs, alcohol being a drug. But to the people that actually know like what straight edge is, straight edge came from the punk scene. I think it was like in the 90s or the 80s. Minor Threat. I think they had a song called Straight Edge, and they were a straight edge band. They talked about not abstaining from drugs, alcohol, premarital sex, shit like that. And there actually became like gangs, like straight edge gangs, who would beat up people for like smoking and drinking back in the day, which I'm totally not for. But the point that I'm getting to is like, if you actually know what straight edge is, it's actually like a thing that you have to claim, kind of, and people get like super elitist and like really like supremacist about it. And I'm actually the member of a straight edge group on Facebook, just because like when I was younger, I was looking for like a group to like kind of connect with people who understood where I was coming from and understood the sober lifestyle. And I thought about it when I was in high school. I thought about saying like I was straight edge and I claimed straight edge, but like really the only reason I would have done that would have been to have a reason to tell someone, why I don't drink or why I don't smoke. I really get down to the real reason, people get offended and people take it personally when I tell them like, dude, like that shit's not good for you. And I just see it, honestly, I just see it as a crutch. And the reason that people drink, not all the time, but like, is it safe to say most of the time the reason that people drink is to achieve an outcome that could be achieved without drinking. It just takes more effort, and it takes, actually, get this, a little bit of self-improvement. Learning how to be confident in crowds, or learning how to talk to people. And those are all things that I can actually achieve just in my day-to-day life by putting myself through trial and error and putting myself through real-life situations and gaining skills. So like I'm going to rely on a drug every time I want to talk to a girl, or I'm going to rely on a drug every time that I want to be funny and relax at a party. Like, no, dude, I can earn those skills through real-life practice. So that's what I'm going to choose to do. And when you tell people like that, when you tell people, the straight-up truth like that, they get offended and they take it personally, rightfully so, because they realize like, oh, they can't do that and they're not doing that, and it makes them feel a little bit like a loser. So back when I didn't have the balls to say anything like that, like in high school, I always wondered, like, should I just tell people I'm straight edge? Should I just say like, I'm straight edge? And then kind of people, which like isn't really an answer. It's just like kind of like, hey, I'm part of this club, so that's what we do. Like if you're serious about straight edge, you have to claim it. You have to say like, I'm straight edge, and like you put it somewhere on your body, like you tattoo it, or like you like put like on markers on your hands, like X's. And I guess you don't have to like do the like putting it on your body, but like you have to claim straight edge. Like it's this thing, and it's kind of like, are you in or are you out? Like, are you straight edge or you're not, bro? Like, you're just a sober guy. You don't claim edge, actually, bro. And like I said, it seems like for a lot of people, like I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to hate on these people. Like, whatever you guys need to do in order to stay sober, and you need to feel confident about not doing drugs, like, dude, more power to you. And I fully support you guys, and I'm not trying to come down on you guys. I'm just saying for myself, I feel like it's a little bit of a cop-out to just say, like, oh, well, I'm straight edge, because then I don't actually have to explain why I'm straight edge. I just say, like, oh, I'm part of this group, and, like, that's kind of like what we do. Like, like, we're sober, like, that's our thing. And then, like, usually, like, it just stops. Like, just from my experience of being around, like, actual straight edge people, and then them talking about, like, when they were asked, like, why they don't drink or why they're sober, then it's just pretty much like, oh, well, I'm straight edge, and then they go, oh, okay, straight edge guy. But, like, they don't actually like, why they're straight edge. So it's kind of similar to the idea of, like, I remember when I was kind of, like, worried about this stuff in, like, high school, there were also, like, these YouTube videos I was coming across where it was, like, how to make it look like you're drinking if you're actually a sober person. Like, get, go to the bar and ask for, like, a short water glass, like, ask for, like, a water, but ask for it, like, in, like a rocks glass, and then put a lime on it, so then, like, people don't come over and say, like, oh, dude, what, you're just drinking water? Like, people, like, don't even question it. They just thinking you're drinking, like, a vodka soda with lime or something like that. And to me, like, that's just, like I said, dude, I'm not trying to hate on these people. Like, whatever you guys need to do, especially if you're a recovering alcoholic, like, man, whatever you need to do your best and just stay sober. That is by far out, way above everything else. The most important thing is just being sober, and whatever you guys need to do, be sober. That is awesome. But for me personally, it just seemed like a cop-out. Like, dude, I'm not ashamed, dude. I'm not gonna hide that I'm sober. I'm not gonna hide that I'm not drinking, any of that shit, because I'm proud to be like this, and I don't give a fuck what you think, and I don't give a fuck if I hurt your feelings by just talking facts. I'm not trying to put you down. I'm not trying to be an asshole. If I just respectfully say, hey, man, like, this is why I don't, you brought it up. You're the one that came here questioning me, getting all up in my business when I didn't even ask you why you do drink. Like, you came here asking me why don't you drink, bro, and asking me all these questions, and then I respectfully said, well, hey, like, it's kind of a crutch to a lot of people. It's not healthy. It's, you're destroying your brain, you're destroying your testosterone, etc. And, I just don't really want to be a part of that, and I don't feel that it's necessary for me. Like, hey, I don't care what you guys do. Like, I'm all just here, trying to have a good time. So, and then, and then people get offended and they get in their feelings about it. And it's like, hey, I mean, you asked me. I wasn't trying to be a douchebag, and clearly you have some type of insecurity about it, and that's why you're angry about it. So basically that's why I don't claim straight edge, because I feel like for a lot of people it's kind of a cop-out, and they don't actually have to explain themselves as to why they are sober, why they don't consume drugs, alcohol, caffeine, etc., whatever it is. Which, by the way, I don't consume caffeine anymore anyways. I'll probably be going back on caffeine when I go visit America, just because I love coffee so much. Coffee is my favorite thing in the world. Coffee, espresso, oh my god. But yeah, I've just been so busy here in Japan, and I don't have any time in the morning to, like, make coffee, let alone, like, make coffee and, like, wait an hour after I wake up and then drink the coffee. Because, if you get caffeine into your system as soon as you wake up without waiting an hour first, it really fucks with, like, chemicals and really fucks up with your sleep schedule. So you have to wait until you wake up and you're completely wake up and all the like, drowsiness and everything is gone, and then you can consume caffeine, just so it, like, completely doesn't fuck with your sleep schedule. And I'm just, like, right now I'm just too busy, and I'm not trying to put that shit in my body, like, right now. So maybe I'll splurge over the holidays, but I'm definitely going to be back off of caffeine when I come back to Japan. So yeah, that's why I don't claim straight edge. And guys, if you claim straight edge, shout out to you. If you are sober, shout out to you. Whatever you're doing, I love you guys. I fully support you. But don't be ashamed, man. If you're just straight edge and you just tell people you're straight edge just because you don't have any other, you don't have the confidence to really tell people why you're sober and why maybe you just think alcohol is dumb or whatever. Like, guys, being sober is in, man. Not doing drugs is in. It's become the cool thing. The Situation from Jersey Shore just said it the other day. The best thing to happen to this generation is people recognizing that being sober is cool. And dude, if you're not listening to Situation, what the fuck are you doing with your life? So shout out to the Situation. And being sober is awesome, dude. Being sober is what all the cool kids are doing. Let's go, boys, let's go. Small side note, I love saying let's go, and I love even more that like feministy people get triggered when guys say let's go for no reason. For no reason. It's hilarious. I had this boss at this place that I used to work with, and actually, you know what? She ended up being like pretty cool. But like one of the first days I met her, she was like really getting on my nerves, and she just like looked like a girl that had opinions. Like, you know, she had tattoos and a bunch of nose rings, and she would always wear like a bandana, and she had a really short haircut. And someone like, you know, like she said I could go home early one day, and I was just like, let's go. And she was like, oh my God, can I say something? Can I say something? I was like, yeah, what? And she was like, why do cis straight men always say let's go when they're not going anywhere? It doesn't make any sense. Can we stop that? Can we stop saying let's go? You're not talking about actually going anywhere. Well, technically at that time I was talking about let's go because I was saying let's go home. I mean, that's not why I was saying let's go, but like, you get the fucking point. And she was like really pressed about it, and she's like, can we stop that? And like multiple other times I heard like other guys at my job say like let's go, and she's like, can we stop that? I thought that was hilarious, man. And dude, I just yeah, let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I'm here in Japan. I'm going back to America in just a few days. I can't wait. So shout out to you guys, everybody that has sent me some money on PayPal. I appreciate the fuck out of you. I was able to buy really dope gifts for my family and souvenirs for my friends, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful. Whatever I can do to give back to you guys, let me know, guys. Comment down below like what videos you want me to make. I'll talk shit about Japan. I'll talk shit about anybody that you want me to talk shit about. I'll make a diss track about your grandma, whatever you guys want me to do. So, all right, guys, hit me up. My name is yungjamez, YUNGJAMEZ. You guys can hit me up on Instagram, send me a message, just say what's up. I've been responding to everyone's messages. You guys have been all super cool, and all these alphas and chads and guys with super long schlongs and jacked physiques and crazy shredded jawlines have been following me on Instagram, and it's really dope, guys. If you guys want to join my Discord, hit me up on my PayPal is in the description below. Send me $5 on Discord. Send me $5 on fucking PayPal. Guys, every single time I say this shit about Discord and PayPal, I fuck it up in every single goddamn video. Send me $5 on PayPal. My PayPal is in the description. Do not forget to add your Discord username so I can add you to our group. We have a sick community. Yes, thank you. Holy shit, I cannot talk. Being sober rules. Let's go. Yes. Okay, peace out. Fuck you.